Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wherever you may be. Welcome to our captivating new show on this fine evening of Thursday, the 25th of August, in the blessed year of 1938. I am your humble guide, Mr. Harrington, your lantern in the dark, introducing an evening of enchantment with a delightful duo, Clem and Clive. Picture us in our cozy radio station as the day bows out and the stars take the stage. Lean back, close your eyes, and let your worries drift away on the gentle cadence of our friendly banter and soothing melodies. This magical half hour we present is your sanctuary, a haven for thoughts, a place to unwind and leave the bustling world behind. We promise laughter, lore, captivating conversations, and tunes that will soothe your soul and spark your imagination. As refreshing as a summer breeze, sharper than the cutting edge of progress, and brighter than a comet streaking across the night sky. It's my greatest pleasure to introduce the incomparable duo, Clem and Clive. Well, howdy, ladies and gents. You've tuned into your new favorite radio show. I'm your buddy, Clive, here with my lucky hat and a heart brimming with laughter. And by my side is...
Clem, but hold your horses. It's not Clementine. Remember, for Clive, only Ma and Pa ever used that handle, and only when they were feeling extra formal.
Golly, Clem, my apologies. So, folks, we're keeping things loose and friendly here. Clem and Clive, your friendly radio voices.
That's the spirit, Clive. And speaking of spirits, we've got a fine melody to kick things off, don't we?
You bet, Clem. And it's a real toe tapper, ladies and gents. From way back in 1927, it's the Little Club Dance Orchestra, and they're here to bring a little spring to your step with Kiss of Spring.
was a fine tune, wasn't it, Clive?
Indeed it was, Clem. In fact, that it got me in such high spirits that I reckon it's time to let our listeners in on a little secret.
A secret, you say? Well, don't keep us on tenterhooks, Clive.
Oh, it's no fun if I spill the beans straight away, Clem. Besides, every good story needs a bit of suspense, doesn't it?
You've got a point there, Clive. But we better not keep our audience waiting too long. How about we spin another record and then you can share your mysterious secret?
Sounds like a plan, Clem. And speaking of spinning records, let's swing into another toe tapper. Folks, we're taking a jaunt forward in time to 1932. It's Ted Weems and his orchestra, giving us a fine rendition of Panhandle Pete.
On his piccolo? No? Well, that was long ago when he was in the dough and Petey won his fame. A depression got him, his stock hit bottom, but he's smiling just the same. Poor Pete, sold his piccolo and changed his name. Here comes old Panhandle Pete, hustling down the street. In again, out again, out again, in again, Panhandle Pete. He rides the rail, been in the best of jails. In again, out again, out again, in again, Panhandle Pete. Just a happy old hobo, having a heck of a time. Always singing this solo. Hey, mister, can you spare a dime? He's living free, laughing at you and me. In again, out again, out again, in again, Panhandle Pete. Hallelujah, I'm the bomb. Hallelujah, bomb again. Hallelujah, give us a hand now to revive us again. Just a happy old hobo, having a heck of a time. Always singing this solo. Hey, mister, can you spare a dime?
All right, Clive. The suspense is killing me. You can't dangle a secret like a carrot and expect us not to bite. It's time to open that Pandora's box.
Fair enough, Clem. I guess I can't prolong the suspense any longer. It was a box, but the thing about it was, it didn't feel like any box I've ever handled before. Smooth edges, almost unnaturally so, and it was as light as a feather, but sturdy enough that I could stand on it without so much as a creak.
A feather-light box you could stand on? Now that's a head-scratcher, but Clive, don't keep us in the dark. What was inside?
Easy there, Clem. Good things come to those who wait, but before we dig deeper, let's spin another record, shall we?
Clive, you're a real piece of work. But all right, folks, let's keep the music rolling while we wait for Clive's big reveal.
And roll we will, Clem. Up next, the International Novelty Orchestra is back again with a tune from 1925, What Do We Care If It's 1 O'Clock? And this time it features the melodious voice of Franklyn Baur.
1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock. Gee, but it's late here. What do we care if it's 1 o'clock, if it's 2 or 3 or 4? Why should you worry if she's with you? How could you ask for more? 5, 6, and 7 come rolling along. It's time to go home, but you're still going strong. What do we care if it's 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or more?
All right, Clive, I can't wait any longer. What was inside the box?
Well, Clem, opening that box wasn't as straightforward as you might think. There wasn't a lid or latch or anything like that.
No lid. Then how did you open it?
I tried everything, Clem. Even brought out the old hammer, but it wasn't any use.
A hammer, Clive? Really?
In my desperation, I went a little dramatic. I waved my hand over the box and said, "Open sesame." Would you believe it?
What? What happened?
Well, Clem, it simply vanished.
Vanished. Now, Clive, you must think we were born yesterday.
I swear, Clem, I couldn't believe my eyes either. But it happened as sure as I'm standing here.
So what was inside the box, Clive?
Oh, I think you can wait a little longer for that reveal. So let's switch gears and get back to the music.
I suppose we'll have to, won't we? Our audience must be itching for another tune after all this mystery.
Absolutely, Clem. So next up, we've got Victor Arden-Phil Ohman with Frank Munn on vocals, ready to serenade us with Let's Call It a Day from 1932.
All right, Clive. Our audience has waited long enough. You've got to tell us what's in the box.
I don't know, Clem. Perhaps it'd be more fun to wait until next week.
Clive, you can't do that to us. We need to know. So tell us, what was in that mysterious box?
All right, Clem. I suppose the suspense has gone on long enough. It's right in front of you.
In front of me? Oh, you mean your hideous bow tie. I knew it was a crime against fashion, but I didn't know it was a mystery, too.
Clem, my bow tie is not hideous, and it's not my bow tie. It's really right in front of you.
Clive, the only thing in front of me is you, your offending bow tie, and this microphone. So, unless...
Exactly, Clem. The microphone.
The microphone. Well, folks, it seems we have a mystery on our hands. Let me investigate these mics while you enjoy another song. Up next, we have Nat Shilkret serenading us with When Kentucky Bids the World Good Morning, featuring Lou Conrad on vocals from 1930.
When Kentucky bids the world good morning, there's a Rembrandt painted sky that's a picture for your eye. When Kentucky bids the world good morning, I need a poet like Mr. Longfellow with a sugar-coated pen to describe the one who's waiting in the little rustic glen. All the angels sprinkle gold on the sunshine you behold when Kentucky bids the world good morning.
Clive, I think it's time for a recap, don't you? Our audience, and frankly I myself, need a summary of this drawn-out story.
You're probably right, Clem. Okay, folks, here goes. Last night I found a peculiar box on my porch. It was light as a feather, smooth-edged, and unlike any box I'd ever seen. I tried to open it, but to no avail.
Until you made a magical gesture, no doubt.
Exactly, Clem. It wasn't until I waved my hand over the box and said, "Open sesame," that the lid vanished.
Magical words and all, huh? Surely it was just the hand gesture.
Let me have my story, Clem. Inside, nestled in black velvet, were these two shiny chrome microphones. They had no markings except for an unusual emblem on the front. It looked like the hands of a clock. One pointed at 11 and the other at 2, forming a V.
I've noticed that too. Very peculiar. And are you sure these things even work? We might just be talking to ourselves here.
You might be onto something, Clem. Let me check the radio in the lobby while we play another song. Here's I'm Sorry Sally by Ray Miller and his orchestra with Dick Teela on vocals from 1928.
moments, those unhappy moments that I cost you. Please don't tell me that I've come back just to find I've lost you, lost you. I'm sorry, Sally, so sorry, Sally. What more is there to say?
Well, my dear listeners, as the studio remains curiously devoid of Clive's presence, one begins to wonder if our friend has not dashed off to the washroom, or maybe even started a riveting conversation with a hallway painting. But fear not. Coming up next, we're going to change the pace a bit with Frank Raymond's orchestra delivering us the intriguingly titled track, "'Cause I Feel Low Down." This 1928 gem featuring the dulcet tones of Harry Sommers will have you tapping your feet in no time. Now, without further ado, let's dive into the music.
Sympathize with my condition, had an easy disposition, overcome with wild suspicion, 'cause I feel low down. Fool with love and I got cheated, every day I get mistreated, now my temper's overheated, 'cause I feel low down. Take my girl, you're taking stolen fruit, won't do you no good. If she thinks I need a substitute, I've been misunderstood. Yeah, my love and my devotion, deeper than the Pacific Ocean. Got a mean and don't care notion, 'cause I feel low down.
Clem, we're broadcasting. We're really on the air. Do you know what that means?
Yes, Clive, I do. It means the microphones work.
No, Clem, it means that we've just completed our very first radio show.
Already? Well, in that case, ladies and gents, it's been an absolute pleasure bringing you this half hour of songs and stories. I can't wait to do it all again next week.
Me neither, Clem. I really can't wait to find out more about these mystery mics. Who knows where they might have come from?
Hold on a moment, Clive. I've just been handed a piece of news. Right as we're wrapping up, too. Listen to this, folks. Hitler and Horthy watched a massive military parade in Berlin. The attention of foreign military experts was drawn by the inclusion of an enormous new howitzer that they had never seen before.
Well, that doesn't sound like a happy song, does it? Something's brewing over there in Germany, and I'm not talking about their famous beer. We'll have to keep our eyes and ears open for what might come next. But don't you worry, folks. We'll be here to lighten your spirits with our tunes and banner, no matter what the world throws at us. Until then, this is Clive.
And Clem,
Signing off.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we wrap up our maiden voyage with the delightful duo, Clem and Clive, it's been an enchanting blend of laughter, melody, mystery, and charm. The intrigue of those peculiar microphones leaves us on the edge of anticipation. What could it all mean? Only time will unfold the mystery. But as the hands of the clock inch towards the next day, we close this magical chapter, leaving you with lingering melodies, echoing laughter, and simmering suspense to stir your dreams. Fear not, for each sunrise brings us closer to another encounter with our captivating companions. Carry the tranquility, joy, and sweet release of this hour with you, and look forward to another oasis of delight in the week to come. Mark your calendars, wind your clocks, and eagerly await the moment when Clem and Clive once again twinkle in your evening skies, filling them with mirth, music, and mystery. Until then, dear friends, Mr. Harrington, from the heart of 1938, wishes you all good night and eagerly awaits to guide you again on this shared journey. Sweet dreams, one and all.